Hi there, it's Tiffany from Daisy Farm Crafts, and today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make our velvet double ribbed throw, which is just a series of front and back post double crochet. I'm going to be using burlap velvet, which is different than baby velvet. It's a little bit thicker, but these are the 300-gram balls, 10.5 ounces, 315 yards in each ball. And I'll be using H 5mm hook, and you'll need 6 of these for a throw that is about 36 inches wide and 55 inches long. So let's get started. All right, so for this sample, we need to use the pattern repeat of any odd number times 2 plus 4. So I'm using the number 9. I multiplied it by 2, which is 18, and then I added 4, which is 22. So let's start with 22 base chains. Now begin in the 4th chain from the hook with a double crochet and work 1 double crochet into each chain across the row. If you want to count, I have 19 double crochet plus this turning chain or these extra chains that we skipped over. Now at the end of the row, I will chain 2 and turn. Okay, now we work in sets of front post double crochet and back post double crochet. So we won't work this very first post right here. Let's come over to the second one. Insert your hook down and pop that post forward and work a double crochet. Let's do 2 front post double crochet in a row. And now let's work a pair of back post double crochet. So you pop that out to the back. So I'm inserting my hook, well, I yarned over, insert, and I pop that post to the back of my work. Then yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2 again. Now continue working the double crochets in pairs, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So here's what you should have when you're done here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets to the front, 4 to the back, and then here at the end you should see your starting chain 3, work 1 more double crochet in and under those chains. Just a regular double crochet right there at the end of the row. Chain 2 and turn. Now for this blanket, we'll want to keep the posts on the same side of the work for 10 rows. So you'll start with a back post double crochet because you want to keep those posts poking out the same way. And now do the front. And at the end of the row, make sure you don't forget your 1 single double crochet underneath those turning chains, and then turn, chain and turn. So we're going to repeat this for until you have 10 rows. All right, so here is my 10 rows. Sometimes you can just count these little horizontal bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Might help you keep track of your rows. So, and let's go over this again. You'll have the single double crochets on each side of the work, and then pairs of the ribbing. Okay, I'm chaining 2, and this time for the next 3 rows, now I will alternate the direction of the posts. So now I'm going to pop this one forward. And on this next set, I'll yarn over, reach in from behind, kind of get that post to pop out towards the back. And do the same thing with the next one. I think this first row was probably just a little bit tricky, just trying to get it, you know, to pop forward and to find it, find the stitch. There you go. Okay, same thing at the end of the row. Make sure you work that 1 single double crochet around the turning chain, and then turn and work this direction of the posts for just 3 rows. And then you'll go back and work for 10. And then, so after that, I'll show you how to get the border started. So when you get to the end of your blanket, you're going to want to end with a final 10 rows of the posts in this direction. Okay, and now we will start the border. So you don't need to tie off or anything to begin the border. All you need to do is chain 2, and we'll just start working right on down the side. Okay, so now on the sides, you'll work right around these kind of the posts, I guess, on the side. I don't know what to call those. But go ahead and reach your hook down in there. We'll work 2 to the front and 2 to the back. So there's, pretty sure you'll find them. There's pretty big holes right there. So we'll go ahead and just start working all the way down the side of the blanket. So keep them in pairs, and I'll meet you at that first corner. So I'm right here down at the bottom, and it didn't work out that I have exact amount of pairs, but that's okay. Finish whichever direction around the last one before you get to the corner, even if it's just 1. And then in this corner space right here, go ahead and work 3 regular double crochets. Now going across the bottom, all you'll need to do is go the opposite direction for the post. So look ahead. So we've got some poking to the front, so we want these to be to the front. And now let's work the next set to the back. Okay, so continue alternating and get to the next corner. I've worked my pairs right up to this corner, and now I'll work the 3 regular double crochets. And then start your alternating going up this next side of the blanket, just like we did before. So let's just start going forward. And then work 2 to the back. All right, I've worked my way right back to the starting corner where we chain 2 and turn. So I have an extra, and that's okay. Whenever you have an extra, just go ahead and work it whichever direction it needs to be. So I've got my pairs, and now you don't have to join or turn or anything. Just work your 3 double crochets around, it's essentially around that chain 2, which is our new next corner. We're going to continue going on in the same direction. Now we can see that we have the pair that we first worked around. So just work front post, double crochet, because we're going to keep them even. We'll do 3 rounds in one direction and then 3 rounds in the next. Okay, so I've continued on in the pairs. Now this is the row where I had 1 extra down below. So I go ahead and still work around it, and then I take the next leg or the next post of the 3 that worked into the corner, and I'll go ahead and push that one forward. And now I have a new pair going forward as the blanket grows. Okay, now what to do when we get to this 3? So we've got this one that we worked around. Now, in order to turn the corner, you need to work 2 double crochets in between the first and second post of the 3 below, and now work 2 double crochets in between the second and third posts of the double crochet that makes up the corner. So the corners will be flat double crochets. So when there's 3, you've got to work 2 and 2. Okay, now we have the extra post over here. So I'll look ahead and I see that these are going forward. So I will reach down here and pop that one to the back. And then we'll catch the other pair on the next round. And now you'll work these 2 forward and go back. And I'll show you the other corner again. We'll do that one more time to make sure you understand. Okay, I've worked around to that next corner. Now this is a corner where the pairs, evened off before I did the chain 3. So around the first post, let's go ahead, since these are popping forward, let's work it towards the back as a single, but we'll pick up the pair on the next round. Now work 2 regular double crochet in between that first and second post, and work 2 double crochet, so in between the second and third post. And that helps you round out the corner. Now around the third post, I'm looking ahead. These are popped forward, so I will go ahead and pop this one to the back just as a single, and then continue working my way around the blanket. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing on the next 2 corners. I won't join the round, and then I'll just show you how to work the next round. And then it just repeats itself. I'm back to the beginning corner, and if you can see, I worked my 2 double crochets in between each of the, the 3. So it kind of goes 3 and then 2. Leaving a space right in there. Now I don't join the round or anything, but I do look for that post, the third post that made up the corner, and I can see that these 2 are popping forward, so I'll go ahead and make that one pop towards the back. Now I'm working on the 3rd round. So let's keep the posts going in the same direction. And I'm going to work right on down to that next corner, and I'll show you what's just a tiny bit different. Okay, so here's my corner with the, double sets in between. So the next place we want to place 3 double crochets right in that space, but we've got to get over there by working some posts. So I've ended with the 2 popping forward. So let's go ahead and work a set of back post double crochet around that set right there. Let's work 3 double crochets into the corner, kind of resetting our corners again. And now this is where it can be tricky because we've got 2, but we've got 1 to the back. So you'll have to put 1 forward because that will count for the next row. And now work these next 2 to the back. So keep it really flexible like that. You just kind of have to look around, and you know that if there's an offset, a single, you'll be able to pick its pair up on the next round. The most important thing is that you're getting enough stitches in to make it around the corner and not pull your corner in too tight. You see how that kind of works? So we're still building, but yet wrapping around the corner. And luckily with velvet, it really just all blends in and it looks really good. All right, I've made it back to the beginning. I'm about to start round 4. Here are my 3 double crochets that are in between the 2 sets. So I'm going to be looking ahead. This might get tricky. Now, instead of these being front, I want them to go to the back. So I will be making these to the front. So on this first one, it will go back. So this can be a little tricky. Since these are back posts in a row, I want them to go forward. And now these front post double crochets, I want to switch directions on those. And this is how the last 3 rounds are worked. Okay, so it's basically just really keeping track of alternating the directions. This is like you're putting a little mini basket weave. It's like a basket weave border, I guess you would say. Because we're just switching the directions after 3 rounds. So you'll work this for another 3 rounds. When you get back to the starting round, just slip stitch it in and weave in that end. Okay, I think you have got this because we've already gone over when you get to this corner, you know those 3 double crochets are going to work in between those 2 sets, just like we've done before. And then you will have your blanket all finished. This is a really nice weight blanket. It's I would say a heavier throw because it is velvet, but it is super, super cozy. You can see what I mean by the 2 rounds of kind of a little basket weave look here. So there's 3 rounds this direction, 3 rounds that direction. I did it all in the round. I didn't join any rounds. Let's talk about the accidental loops that come out of velvet. That is going to happen if you, like I probably got lazy and wasn't paying attention to my tension. Pay really close attention. If this is really common, you might really want to think about switching down to a smaller hook. But overall, wash this. It is a hand wash item. Burnout velvet is. Okay, you guys, good luck on your blanket. I hope you enjoy it. It is going to be gorgeous, super cozy. Love it. All right, if you're only seeing this on YouTube, please go to our website to download the pattern and get a copy of it. And I'll try to explain it, write it down as best I can in the pattern. But good luck to you. We'll see you next time. Here's the shot of the blanket. So, so pretty. So, so cozy. You're gonna love it. Just absolutely love it. Oh, I love it so much. All right, good luck.